Gary with Cruising Scene with Travel in Between and Helping Hands for Cruising, having a cruise-a-thon right this weekend. So I wrote this song to help raise money for people that either financially or physically can't or physically get on a cruise ship themselves. So this is something that I wrote, and I hope you all enjoy it. Just having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, cause we're living our dream. Gotta raise some money, this cruise-a-thon. And get somebody to come up on a trip I'll remember lifelong. Helping hands for cruising, what I'm saying about. And finding somebody that's never been out. On the boat on a beach, somewhere down south. Yeah, we can take it, just don't down. So click that button and figure it out. 5, 10, or 20 more. Come on now.
I'm sorry. That is a mess. Can we try that again? Give me a second here. And I got an echo. Why have I got an echo? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I know. I know. Give me 1 second here. Where is it? Where is it? I shouldn't have any echo here. There we go. Found it. Shall we try take that from the top again? Give me 1 second to. There we go. We're gonna try this all over again.
This is Gary.
Nope.
With Cruising.
I'm just gonna move some things out of the way. Okay.
This is Gary with Cruising Scene with Travel in Between and Helping Hands for Cruising, having a cruise-a-thon right this weekend. So I wrote this song to help raise money for people that either financially or physically can't afford or physically get on a cruise ship themselves. So this is something that I wrote, and I hope you all enjoy it. We're just having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, because we're living our dream. Gotta raise some money, this cruise-a-thon. And get somebody to come along on a trip they'll always remember their whole life long. hands for cruising, what I'm singing about. And finding somebody that's never been out. On a plane, on a boat, on a beach, somewhere down south. Yeah, we can make it happen. Just donate now. So click that button, then figure it out. 5, 10, or 20 or more. Please come on now. And we're all having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Hey guys, please donate now. Thank you for watching.
Let me just move that out of my way. Thank you. Sorry about that. That was a day of comical errors, I guess. That was Gary from Cruising Scene. Gary Anderson and his wife Sharon from Cruising Scene. I have had the pleasure of cruising with them on 2 Helping Hands for Cruising cruises. The very first one, the inaugural cruise, and the last one on the Carnival Breeze. So, why I started off with them, as per usual, the Cruising Scene has generously donated a prize, and I will show you what the prize is. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Of course, can't find it when I want it. That one? There we go. So they have donated a backpack. You can have the winner can have their choice of color, red, blue, or gray. It's generously donated by Cruising Scene with Travel in Between. It's made of a 600 denier polyester canvas. It's 20 inches high by 14.96 inches wide by 7 inches deep. It has a large compartment with side entry pocket that fits most 17-inch laptops. There has been a number of winners, and I know a few other people that have got this backpack. And you don't have to donate to win, but it would be appreciated. For every $5 donated, you will get a ballot. And I will put that ballot into this hat that my friend made that a few of us wore on the last cruise. And near the end, I will draw for that. I might draw a second one because the second name, I have a bunch of stickers and things over here, but I might send out a package as a consolation prize to someone. But for every $5 donated, I will put your name in for a ballot. I know I've had one donation so far of $5, or $5, of $25. So I have 5 ballots in here already. So if you want a chance to win a backpack, every $5 you will get a ballot. So I call this Where Are They Now? You know, we've had 3 Helping Hands for Cruising cruises so far. We've had 4 different recipients, and I invited those recipients to join us. I have 2 of them in the basement. One I did not hear back from, and the other one was traveling today um, for family reasons. So I did ask some questions there, and um, I researched on another video what the other family favorite or the other couple's favorite things were on the cruise. So, with no further ado, I'm going to bring up the first recipient from the inaugural cruise, and you all know him as Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oakes.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, Kenny. And then I have the recipient from the latest cruise, Roxanne from Adventures with Roxanne.
Hello, hello.
I'm going to ask them some questions. If you have some questions for them in the chat, you can go ahead and ask. We can ask them those questions too. I did talk to James and Cindy this morning they were on the March 23rd on the Carnival Pride, and Scott and Amber were busy this weekend, and I looked at some videos and seen what their favorite things were. So I'll start by asking Kenny.
Yes.
Well, like I said, you were the first Helping Hands for Cruising recipient. What did you think of that experience?
I absolutely loved it. It was definitely a life-changing experience for me, for sure. I loved how the beauty of the water changed colors, and getting to try new foods that I had never tried before, like escargot.
Yeah.
And getting to meet, most of all, getting to meet people that I have never met before in person for the first time. Getting to meet.
There were so many on that cruise.
Yeah.
And the meetup.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Did you have a favorite port on that cruise?
I would say Bon Air. When we was on the golf carts, and Donovan was explaining to me what the different colors of the water mean, and how they change colors and things like that.
That was a nice excursion because you could go at your own pace and you could stop and see what you wanted to see, and then you could go on if there was.
And also getting to see those flamingos, real live flamingos in person.
There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
I was on that golf cart. Well, a group of us were on that golf cart excursion. It's a private one that was outside of Carnival, but we were never more than 40 minutes from the cruise ship. And I think the whole trip around would only take less than an hour anyways, but it was nice to go at your own pace and see all the sights.
And also another excursion was getting to go to that German restaurant and try German food from a different country. And I think that was in Aruba.
I believe that you're right. I didn't go on that, but Darian took you guys.
It was me, Darian, his cousin,
Jesse, yeah,
and somebody else, I think, went.
That'd be interesting having German food in Aruba.
It was actually really good. I can't remember. Like I was saying this morning, I can't remember exactly. I think it was like beef liver or chicken liver soup or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what it was I had that day.
I'm just scrolling back up here to see if
it was really good.
I haven't missed anything. Okay, let's make sure I haven't missed any donations. If you make a donation, remember $5. $5 gets you a ballot on a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. It's only $5, and it just one $5 ballot can get it for you, because on one of my lives in the last year or so, one person put one $5 ballot in near the end, and that was the person that won the backpack. Just scrolling to make sure I haven't missed any.
So for every $5 y'all put in, your name's gonna go in there. If you give $25, it's gonna go in there 5, 10, 15, 20, 5 times.
Yeah, Scott won backpack last year. I've got only 5 ballots in here. We'll fill it up. We'll not give lots of chances.
Yeah, I've got my backpack over there.
Yeah, Kenny and Roxanne already have backpacks.
Yeah.
Yours is red, isn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, mine's red. Mine's over there, actually.
Did yours gray?
Gray, yeah, the gray and black one. I believe. I could get up and go get it if y'all want. But let me go get it and I can show people what it looks like in person. It's right here.
Now Uncle Dave has it because he raffled it. I raffled it off at the last. Well, because I was helping my aunt out at her friend's after she had her surgery, and her friend and I got talking about Helping Hands for Cruising, and that one day her friend slipped me the money to order myself a backpack. So I have ordered myself a backpack, and it should be in the next week or so. I was hoping I'd get it before now, but it's not.
Yeah, mine, I think it's black, more black than gray.
I think it's charcoal is what the color was listed as.
Yeah. But it's got several pockets. Now, I've never had a backpack like this before, but it's got a side pocket that you can put your stuff in, like your laptop.
Yeah, that's a laptop.
Usually the laptops go up front, but this is a side pocket. So it's an unique backpack. It's different than any I've ever had.
Yes, yes, Linda. Kenny's home. He's been home for a couple of days.
I actually got to come home Monday. This past Monday, actually, August 18th. So
Good to see you home.
yeah, it's actually feels good to actually be home. Actually, so and I've been going nonstop. So since I got home,
I ordered the red one to match Kenny. I guess we're gonna have to be careful if we cruise together and take our backpacks. We'll have to put name tags on them or something.
What? Yeah, because if we set them side by side each other, we're not going to know who's who.
No, I don't want to find somebody else's stuff in my backpack. So a couple other questions, and then I'll get moved on to Roxanne. So Kenny, did you get hooked on cruising?
Yes, I did, most definitely.
Have you been on any other cruises since then?
I have been on the Carnival Sunshine. That was November 11th through the 16th, 2023. That went to Nassau, Bahamas, and Half Moon Cay. That was out of Charleston, South Carolina, actually.
So some new ports for you there. Do you have any upcoming plans?
I am planning on going on the R&R, the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, which is going to be November 29th through December 6th, 2025. And it's going to be going out of Miami, but it's going to be on the NCL Encore, Norwegian Cruise Line Encore. It's going to be my third cruise, but my very first time on a Norwegian cruise.
And going to some more ports that you haven't been to.
And it's going to be going to Cayman Islands, I believe, and Belize, and Roatan, Honduras, I think it is. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Roatan in Honduras.
Roatan, Honduras, yeah.
Harvest Cay in Belize and Georgetown, Grand Cayman.
Yeah.
Okay, Roxy,
Hello.
you were on the most recent cruise last October.
Yep,
What did you think of your cruise?
it was a blast. I'd do it again. And a lot of people say I was in the aft room. That's the back of the ship. That's the last room in the back of the ship. But only thing I had was not any really big problem. Just the bathroom door wanted to rattle from the engines. Other than that, it was fantastic trip, fantastic room. If you know anybody that's handicapped, but they can walk up a step or two, that room is big enough to put your wheelchair in there.
Or
If you can walk 1 or 2 steps to get to the bathroom, because you have a step up to get to the bathroom.
It was a nice sized room.
It was a big room.
No, she was on the back corner, so she had it was almost like a little bit of a pie shaped room. And you got that beautiful view of the trail of wake behind the
Yeah, I had a window, but it didn't open, but you had a window and you could see the clouds, the ship, the rocking, but it wasn't really bad. I didn't get seasick or anything.
Was it almost like the one I had on the Carnival Horizon, Mike Wyatt?
Well, you were at the front of the boat. She was at the opposite end.
Oh, okay.
And you had that little private balcony thing that went, or private walkway that went out around yours.
I know that it was very, it was a big, spacious room. I remember that.
Yeah, you had a very spacious room. You had a handicap accessible room. Hers was just a regular room, but like I say, she said if somebody could walk up the one step into the bathroom, there was lots of space to maneuver around the bed and the furniture in there.
Yeah, we were talking about Gary could have brought his scooter and then had plenty of room.
Mm.
So which port was your favorite, Roxy?
Cozumel.
Cozumel?
Yeah.
What did you like at Cozumel?
Well, we went to Nachicoco. That was okay. If you like walking after a hurricane into the ocean where your drop is, I'm 4'9", and the drop to get down was probably half my size to get down from the top to the ocean. That was okay. That wasn't my favorite. My favorite was just the shopping in Cozumel. Right outside the port there, a couple of blocks down, is all these shops. We didn't eat at a restaurant, but there's a restaurant there after we left. Someone said, "Did y'all go to so-and-so's?" We didn't go there.
Well, we didn't have a lot of time when we were coming back from Nachicoco, but if I had Carnival Cruise Ags have recommended Poncho's Backyard in Cozumel.
Yeah, that was it. Poncho's Backyard.
If I get to Cozumel again, I'm going to make a point to get going there.
Yeah, they say the margaritas are cheap and the tacos or whatever, burritos, tacos, they have a good deal for, when you go there. So, no, but I really enjoyed it, walking all the shops. And if you're on the ship, the very first day, go to the sell port gimmick thing that they have. It's not really a gimmick. You're gonna get a coupon booklet to save on the ship and to save off the ship at some of the port stops you get to. But if you don't go to that thing and you go up to the guy that was doing it and ask for one, he said, "I'm sorry, they give them out at the first meeting."
I forget what they used to call it now. I had it in my head, but it was
I don't know what they called it, but we got, I bought candy on the ship. That's the one thing I didn't like, was the candy. It would taste like it had been on that ship a couple of years. It was old tasting. Other than that, most of the food and everything was delicious.
I think she's having technical difficulties.
I don't know.
Give me 1 second. You guys keep talking. Let me come around the other side of my.
Okay. So anyway, also on the ship, I loved all the shows. And I love interacting with the cruise director, Felipe. You go on a cruise and people say, well, how'd you get this ship on a stick? How'd you get this? How'd you get your free alcohol? Well, make friends with the cruise director and they might give you something, you know? And you want to, how is he going to know who you are? Well, you have your name badge on that you have to keep, on you. And he looks down at it and it was so funny. I saw him later on that day and he said, I sent something to your room last night. I said, well, I didn't get anything. He said, oops, I put the wrong room number. I hope the other people enjoyed their stuff. So he sent it again. And I don't drink champagne, but he sent me a big bottle. I'm talking about a huge bottle of champagne. So I left a note for the cabin guy. I said, enjoy it or pass it on to another passenger. Because I don't know if the cabin guy that cleans the room is allowed to take it or not. But I
don't think so, but sorry about that.
That's all right.
Today, busy. I haven't seen my other kids in a long time, and they both showed up today. So,
okay.
They were just leaving. I saw them saying goodbye. And I couldn't get my thing to go put my avatar up, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and another thing I liked on the ship is, well, liked or didn't like, I couldn't get my Wi-Fi. I had the Wi-Fi package. I couldn't get it to work. So I go to the information help desk, whatever you want to call it, desk. And she sat there, ding, 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 ding. And there my Wi-Fi was. And she said, here, ma'am. She handed me a coupon for a free drink. So don't buy the drink package. You got a problem or you just want to ask them a question about something. Every time somebody left, they were handing them a free drink.
You never know.
You never know. So I ended up with 2 free drinks. I don't know how. We had to go back to the desk for something. I don't remember what for. And they gave me another free drink. And I shared it with Michael Ann.
No, she bought me a pina colada. Our last evening, when we did, that's when we did the interview.
And we did the interview, yeah. After I got through gambling, we went and did the interview.
So just a reminder, you want to make a $5 donation. For every $5, I'll put your name on a ballot in the hat for a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. At least I'm sure I put it there.
Yes,
Yep.
It's there.
I'm just double checking it. It's there. So
yeah.
I've got 5 ballots in here. That's all I have. 5 ballots.
Yeah, and we all ate dinner every night at the 6 o'clock seating. But if I do another cruise, I'd rather do the anytime dining because sometimes there was might have been a trivia, might have been not a show, but some other things were going on that you might have wanted to go to at 6 o'clock. So if you do the anytime dining, you can choose when you.
Yeah.
I'm going to this show and then I'm going to go to dinner. Or I'm going to dinner and then the show, vice versa.
That's what we did on the first cruise. Well, a lot of us chose the anytime dining. I know that we had a couple nights that we had dinner with Kenny, and I had dinner with most nights I had dinner with Amy. We switched around, and then the last night they tried to get us all together. And
Yeah.
we had found a serving team we liked on the 3rd night, so we just kept requesting them, and they were phenomenal. And then
I remember that because I think our server that night was Sugar, wasn't it?
Yep, we had Sugar the one night, and then we kept Sugar the rest of the cruise. And we got lucky on Roxy's cruise. There was first night. Oh, we had the same table every night, and we had Henry, Joven, and Her
Helen.
her name tag says Sui Sin, but she goes by a different name on Facebook, but I won't give that out.
Yeah, Sweet Sin. Yeah, Sweet Sin.
She was from Myanmar, and the two guys were from the Philippines, and they were phenomenal, and they were just the same kind of personality as Sugar. So, what's the next question? Are you hooked on cruising now?
Oh, I love it. I've only been once, and I can't wait to go again.
So,
Uh-oh, you froze. Oh, no. You froze for a second.
You're unfroze now.
Yeah, you're good now.
okay, I'm sorry. I just went over to just going over and getting the donations.
Wow, we're up to $2,798, what the chat says.
Did you say you had any cruises planned?
Yes, I do. I leave on the 29th to go to Florida. I'm going to Disney for 3 nights. My daughter's going to meet me for one of the days. They live in Florida. And then on September the 1st, I get on my first ever Disney cruise. I'm going on the Disney Wish. I found a good deal about 4 or 5 months ago, and I snagged it up. When you find a deal, don't wait around. That deal may not last long. And I'm going by myself. I don't know anybody, and think it's going to be a good opportunity to me. For those that don't know, my husband passed away in September 2022 on the 13th. My dad passed away September 13th, 2022. 2 different sicknesses and passed away. And everything I've done after they passed away, I knew someone from Facebook. I knew someone from YouTube or someone from my neighborhood that I went with. So this time I know nobody, unless someone comes up and say, oh, I'll be on that ship. I don't know anybody.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to Jen.
I'm branching out. I want to do some things. I want to do more cruises with the group. May do the April. I'm trying to think about how to do the April cruise. So.
Thank you to Paul.
Yay, everybody that's donating.
Thank you to Rick. Oops, we got 2 pages. And thank you to Kimberly. I got those. Thank you for your donations.
Thank you to everybody.
Keep them mixed up here. We'll keep that going. We got about another 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll draw. And if you're questioning what the prize is for those who came in late. Of course, that picture keeps disappearing every time
Yeah, and I've got something else. I'm 99% sure I want to do this coming summer. It's not a cruise, but it's with a group called his name is Park Pass, YouTuber. He's got a cruise. He's got a trip to Paris and the Netherlands.
Oh wow,
that'll
be cool and interesting.
So the draw is for a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. You'll be able to choose what color: red, blue, or the charcoal gray. They were generously donated by Sharon and Gary from Cruising Scene and Travel in Between. They're a 600 denier polyester canvas, 20 by 14, almost 15 by 7. It has a laptop compartment with a side entry, and it says it fits most 17-inch laptops. For every $5, you will get a ballot in the hat here.
Keep donating. This is what it looks like.
Roxy has the gray one. Kenny's got the red one over hanging on the side there.
It's over that way.
Yeah.
So I had made another little presentation thing here. I'm going to find it. Where'd it go? Oops. I gotta make it
And-
small for a minute so I can share. Nope.
And for those that do want to go on a cruise so they can't afford it, 99% of your cruises will let you pay monthly, or the travel agency you went through, you pay monthly. You pay a little bit every month, and by the time your cruise is there, you got it paid. All right, let's watch the video, folks.
Well, I made it as a presentation because I find video goes too fast for me and I don't get a chance to stop.
Right.
So we're talking about the Helping Hands for Cruising past recipients. So on Carnival Horizon, October 2022 was the inaugural cruise. And of course we had Boardman, aka Kenneth Oakes. And then on the Carnival Pride, March 2023, which was hosted by, the Carnival Horizon cruise was hosted by Down Under Cruisers and Us and More, Dwight and Heather. So Sean and Alana and Dwight and Heather hosted that. This one was hosted by Fantastic Cruising, Matt and Kimbra. And the recipients on that cruise were Cindy and James Catanese and Scott and Amber Hicks. And then we had the Carnival Breeze last October, hosted by Amy from Amethyst Haze Adventures. And our recipient, of course, was Roxanne, or Roxy. We call her Roxy. And that picture was taken at our meetup beforehand. Now, we also have upcoming cruises. So our future cruisers are on the Norwegian Encore, the R&R Tribute Cruise, November 2025. And our recipient for that cruise is Dan. And then we also have the Carnival Horizon again, the ABC and U cruise, going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao in April 2026. And the recipient on that one is Gabby. So you get to see more about them or hear more about them as those cruises come closer. And of course, there'll be all kinds of videos and pictures and all that afterwards. Danny says she has the red one. I think a lot of people have the red one.
Well, red is actually my favorite color, so.
I know that. I think Busby asked for a gray one, but he ended up with a red one and he likes it just as much.
Yeah. I've always liked the color red. I'm not sure why, but I just always have.
So we got $60 in donations. Can we get it up to 100 by the end of the hour, folks? That would be 8 more entries in here. So I talked to Cindy by messenger this morning because they were not available. They said their favorite part of their cruise was meeting all the people. And they would love to cruise again, but they have nothing planned. And she didn't really say which was their favorite ports or anything. And I went back and did some research on Scott and Amber's video that Meg did with them. They said they loved the cruise. Their favorite thing was the excursion in Cozumel. They did a speedboat, an ATV, and I think it included a lunch. And then just the people and the food on the cruise. And they have had a cruise since they took their kids on a cruise. And the kids are also addicted to cruising now, too.
I think they've got one planned. I think Amber told me a while back they got one planned coming up in September or sometime, I think, of this year,
I think I was watching her live and she was talking about a plan, but I didn't catch the details. Oh, we got 65. Ooh, let's. What did I do with my paper? There it is. So let me see what's.
And I think it was on. The. I think she told me that it was going to be on the. I could be wrong, but I think she told me it was going to be on the Carnival Sunshine out of the new port in Virginia.
And that's the one you in Sunshine or Sunrise?
I think it was. I think she told me it was. I think she told me it was the Sunshine. I believe.
What one were you on?
I was on the Carnival Sunshine.
Sunshine. Okay, got some more to add here. Holy smokes! I think we're coming close to the $100.
Oh, another $20 ration.
I want to know what the difference is between the Sunshine and the Sunrise. What's the difference between the two ships?
I'm not sure the difference in class. The difference in class. Let me write down these other. I got people the same name now. I got to put initials on here. You know, one of them was the what they called the poop cruise of the documentary's on, but it was a different name back then, I believe. I know Liz could probably confirm that for me. So, got that one. I got those two and those four. Okay. Sorry, I just jumping over to my Zeppy thing to check here. Up to 95, yes. So I can say thank you to Meg. Oops. I'll fold them all the same. I have the classes of ships and that written down. Rick said I found out in 1988 when I boarded my first cruise ship. I totally became addicted to cruising. Let's see. That was Meg. Oh, jeez. Chris Moss. Chris, our treasurer, right there. And what was the other one? Chris, and Meg. Okay. And I got them. So $5 more and we hit the $100 mark. Just $5 more. And I got about 5 more minutes, and I'm going to make a draw. Your room's big enough to be big enough to have an after party, Marjorie? Uh-oh. Oh, right, you're sharing your room, aren't you?
Yeah, me and Marge are actually sharing a room on the Norwegian Encore.
Wild party in Kenny and Marjorie's room. Okay, I had to look up here. Let's see. Oh, Sunshine and Sunrise are both the same class. They're both about 102,000 gross ton. So they're pretty similar.
Oh, so there is a ship called the Carnival Sunrise?
Yes.
Okay. See, I did not know that.
As Meg says here, Carnival Sunrise is a Destiny class cruise ship operated by Carnival Cruise Line. It was redesigned from the Triumph, which is the documentary on the poop cruise was. And that was a power failure, I believe, and they were stuck, had to poop in a bag. Anybody that's done RV life or van life knows the poop in a bag thing. So I've got $95 worth of ballots in here. So let's see who's going to win. We get $5 more. $5 more for $100 this hour.
Got about another 7 minutes to get it in before we go to the next person.
Hello, Randy from Scrow's Nest.
Hey,
We're
Randy.
We're on Triumph 2 weeks before her breakdown. Well, I was watching earlier, Roxanne. The Cam Fam was on the Carnival Breeze just before the hurricane, and we were on the Carnival Breeze just after Hurricane Milton.
Wow.
So we were that close to almost being on the same cruise.
Almost.
I felt that quite interesting.
Yeah. When we got off and went to Nachicoco, that wasn't the only beach that had trouble. And they were so nice, the people there, and said, well, our beach will be back in order after the hurricane season. We're waiting because there's more hurricanes coming. And so after that, I guess hopefully they fixed the beach and got the, sand back up close enough to the top where all the place was.
Yeah, but you did have one perk of tripping in the sand there.
Oh, yeah.
What happened, Roxy?
Oh, I got down and I almost tripped. Well, then when I got into the water, I started to walk, and all of a sudden this big old wave comes and flats me down on the ground. And I'm trying to get up. Michael Ann said, here, you pick her up under the underarm. She's trying, and that ain't working. And this nice gentleman, good-looking man, comes running. He said, can I help you up, ma'am? And he said, I'm going to pick you up by the underarms if you want me to pick you up. I said, sure. His wife says, way to go, honey. This paramedic on vacation.
He was one handsome dude. You were a lucky lady there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got to refresh here. I got
Up to 120.
120.
Keep going. Yeah, I was lucky that someone knew what he was doing. I mean, Michael Lynn, she's a nurse, knew what she was doing. It's just that he was like probably 5'9", 6". He was a tall dude. And so he knew exactly what he was doing, had the muscles too.
1 second.
Be my luck, the next beach I go to, there's no one's going to be there to pick me up.
It'll be Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or.
Yeah.
That's like people ask me when I'm here by myself. How do you? I've had people ask me, said, how do you get yourself up off the floor if you fall on the floor, or whatever? I'm like, I just do it. I know how. So
I'll say, yeah. I haven't really fallen lately, other than missing. I went to sit on a little ottoman that went with the one of the chairs downstairs, and it broke, and I landed up on my butt. But sometimes when I get down to do something, I have a hard time getting back up, and I have to. I crawl over to something and I can grab and pull myself up.
Yeah, back in the younger days, I've been 4'9" since 9th grade. Hadn't changed any at all. But back in the younger days, the beaches and the oceans wasn't as bad as they are now. And I could swim in them and go under and duck and go way out even over my head, but not today. The seas are too rough today. No matter where you're living.
I have a question for Liz. Do you want me to do the same with these ballots? You can answer here, or you can message me. Thank you, Liz. I read a joke thing that said, when you get the age that your tendency to fall, you should put little snacks in little baggies around. So if you fall, at least you won't starve while you're waiting for somebody to come and help you.
Yeah. That's a good idea, but my dog here should probably sniff them out, and I'd come in and she'd look what I found, Mom.
I was thinking if you had a person had a dog, they would have to do the same thing. Just not put them down on the ground, but put them in strategic spots that they could find them without having to go too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, I'm one of these that I don't fall that often. So
I don't fall on land, but get me in a rough sea and I'm going to probably fall.
I'm more likely to trip going upstairs and miss and like just kind of put my hands down on the next step.
yeah.
But I don't think I slipped going down the stairs recently. But I want to sit on a. I have one here similar. I had one of these leather type things, reclining chairs. I don't know if I can get this one. But it was similar to this. I had a green one.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to sit on the edge, and
Mhm.
this piece of metal under here snapped. Well, I went right down on my tailbone,
Ouch.
which hurt like a son of a gun, and it's still tender off and on. But yeah, that's about my son. It was 3:00 in the morning. This is when Callie was declining, and I had been sleeping on the couch because I knew he wouldn't come up on my bed. So I was sleeping on the couch, and he got up because of the medication, he was drinking a lot of water. So therefore, he had to go outside more often. Well, he got a drink of water, and he kind of stopped right in the doorway of the living room and the living room and the kitchen. I'm like, do you want to go outside? And he just stood there and looked at me. And so I was getting frustrated. I was like, okay, I'll just sit down here till you decide. And I went to sit, and so it's interesting. I'm laying there going, oh, darn. This hurts. I don't think I'm hurt badly, but I don't want to get up right now. And my son had felt the vibration down in the basement. He goes upstairs, you okay, Mom? I'm just going to lay there. You okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Hurt my dignity more than my butt, but oh well. So.
Now, when we went on our cruise, we also went to Regresso. Wasn't our favorite, but it was my favorite because you could go into any Mexican drugstore without a prescription and legally get what you need. So if your prescription is really high and you're on a cruise and going to Mexico, get off the ship, find you a drugstore or pharmacy.
When we were in Progresso, even in Progresso's got a long dock thing there, and you get off the ship, and there's even a little thing, kiosk type thing there, and then you got the long bus ride up to town there. But even in there, they had a good selection of meds, like a package of 3 salbutamol, the blue Ventolin puffers, was like $27. Here in Canada, I would probably pay more than that for one. And I was like, dang, I wish I had more spending money on me, but I had budgeted money for each port. So next time I get a chance to go to Mexico, I'm definitely picking up. I got omega-3 capsules. I got some lactose pills, and I got a Z-Pack, or the azithromycin antibiotic, which was 3 tablets. For the 3 things, it was $17. Here in Canada, that would be well over $100. So it's like, holy crap. And I've used some of the stuff. I haven't used the antibiotic yet, and it works just as well as the other stuff I buy. Welcome in Rachel's Adventures. So we got 6 minutes, so give you guys
Rachel's Adventures.
And I didn't buy any, neither did Michael Ann, but they had Mexican Coke. They say it's better than their U.S. Coke. It doesn't have it has natural cane sugar in it and not the corn syrup like U.S. does. But we didn't buy one, but there were several people got off the ship just to go get a Coke.
Yep. Another baby cruising can get I don't know about that. But also, there's people like I know van lifers or other people that live close to the border that will go to Mexico to get dental work done and stuff like that at a much cheaper rate.
Yeah, I know people who have went over to Mexico for cancer treatment because they don't do it like we have in the United States.
Okay. Hold this closed and give it a really good shake.
Last call.
$5 on a Helping Hands backpack. Last call for $5 ballot. Mixing it up, mixing it up, mixing it up. I'm going to hold it up here so I can't see.
Woohoo!
Good luck, good luck, good luck. As one of my friends says on one of the...
You got it. You got it. Let's go.
Oh, let's see. Okay. Okay, I got one.
All it takes is one.
Well, this person made some generous donations, and they didn't want the prize themselves, so I asked them if I could put the next recipient's name on the ballot. So
All right, Dan.
CPA, Carnival Cruise Addicts, the backpack will go to Dan on the R&R cruise. Now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one because I got a bunch of stickers here. This will be a surprise pack. Let's see.
Congratulations, Dan.
I don't know if he's in the room or not, but he was going to be. But he had errands to run today. And
Here's the next person going on the cruise. His name is Dan. He was nominated by Roxy.
yeah,
And I'll put out more information. But if you go to the Helping Hands for Cruising website, Helping Hands for Cruising, helpinghandsforcruising.org. I know it's, if you look under recipients, under future recipients, I know it says 2, but the other gentleman can't go. Our website's pending a rework there, but Dan's information is there. You learn more about Dan there. The stickers combination is going to go to Jen. So I'll make arrangements to get this to Dan, and I will get Jen to send me her address. Actually, I think I have it in the board stuff. So congratulations to the winners. Thanks for donations. I think we had 120 altogether. Every little bit helps. That will take care of, some expenses or excursions or some specialty dining, those kind of things. And just double check that we didn't have any additional ones afterwards. Nope, thank you. Thank you all that participated, and we're going to head over to
Destinations Delight is your next show.
Yep. If you're following along on the playlist, it should take you right there. But I got the feeling I closed the one that had the playlist on. Darn it. I have to go find the playlist again. Thanks for stopping in, and I am going to just bring up another video here. Give me 1 second. Because of StreamYard being silly, and I haven't gone into another platform yet, so oh, come on.
Danny, can you put the line up in the room? Oh, you already did. You're fast.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You want to see the world, but something something always holds you back. You got that itching feelings, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruising. Making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feelings, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruising. Making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feelings, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruising. Making your dream a reality. Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruise and cruising. Helping hands to cruising. Making your dream a reality.